I have been introverted my entire life. And about a few years ago, I started a career as a wedding photographer. So now I would consider myself an extroverted introvert, that I have to socialize in order to be good at my job. Well, something I always get is that people often say that they are very intimidated by me because when they first meet me, I'm very quiet and I don't really talk. And it is often perceived that I am a cold bitch. And even recently at one of my weddings, someone came up to me and apologized because they were like, I'm so sorry for misjudging you. I thought that you were very cold and you came off as bitchy because you weren't talkative. I had no idea who this person was either, so I was like, thanks for telling me. And I just have to say that just because someone is quiet doesn't mean they're a bitch. It just means they're not comfortable with you.
Talk to me.
Y'all see this? This is my face. This is what I look like when I'm not entertaining and engaging with individuals other than the individuals inside my head. It always bothers me when somebody see me in my regular face, like, you good? Yeah. No, you're not. Yeah, I am. No, you're not. No, I'm not. Because you interrupting this conference call I got going on up in here. It's a lot of scheming and dreaming, and you interrupting. You stepping on my tail. Do not make me have to cancel this shit and make it a company picnic. Hop in this pot. Extrovert soup. Bro, I'm good. Just because my face ain't entertaining to you right now, don't mean there's something wrong with me.
If I'm at a social gathering and I'm just sitting, enjoying myself, just in the corner, don't feel the need to pressure me to do anything. Like, I hate that. Let me be free.
When people that I know come up with ways to try to get me out of where I'm at because they don't like seeing me inside or not socializing with people. Like, I've had a couple friends, and we good friends, that we was on the ship. They got tired of seeing me on the ship, so they came up with a plan to get me to go to a party. The plan involved dropping some people off. And when I dropped them off, they was like, what you doing? I said, I'm gonna go back to the ship. Oh, you here, you might as well go. No, player. No, not me. And then after the party, they'll call and be like, man, some shit went out. I say, see, that's the reason why I kept my ass on the ship. Because I know me, I'll be in some shit because motherfucking done done some shit. Yeah, that irks my nerve. But I'm still good friends with them. They were just looking out for me. They thought I needed some relaxation, not knowing I relax when I'm just chilling.
When I'm sat down on my own and someone comes up to me and goes, are you alright? Like, yeah, I was until you showed up. Just let me sit down and do nothing in peace.
Okay, so I wouldn't say that this makes me irrationally angry, but something that makes me really uncomfortable is when I get invited somewhere and I'm under the impression that it's just going to be me and that person or me and like people we know. And then I end up showing up and there's a whole bunch of people, like 15 people I don't know there. Because then like all of a sudden I get hot, my body turns red, I feel like I can't breathe because I have really bad social anxiety, right? And I think the only reason that it bothers me is because like every person that I'm friends with knows I have really bad social anxiety. And I'm not saying they can't have people over, and I'm not saying I wouldn't go. I just want the heads up. You know what I mean? Like, just, you know how I am, so just give me a heads up. I may have a White Claw before I show up so that I don't feel like I'm suffocating. And that's it. That's
If I have my headphones in or my big sunglasses on and my hat down and I'm looking away from you, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
Nah, this what I've been waiting for.
I hate when people peer pressure me to go out, and then when we get there, they tell me my vibe is off, or I'm not matching energy, or like I'm lame. Like, I don't like to go out anyway, and I don't even go out anyway. So like, cause my social battery has to recharge. It takes like 8 months to a year. So if I go out now, you're not gonna see me to 2022. So like, I like to be at home and be in the house. Like, that's all like I literally do. I only do 3 things, but like, if you invite me out in peer pressure and you did all that to invite me out, and I just gave you an enormous amount of reasons of why I don't want to go out, and then we get there and you do all that, I could have just stayed my black ass at home.
assume that if I'm reading, I must be bored and must need something to do. No, please go the fuck away.
My time has come. So when you go to the checkout line or the barber shop or the nail salon or the waiting room of a doctor's office, really anywhere where there's stationary strangers nearby, and then those well-meaning strangers try to start a conversation with you, usually involving painful small talk, I'll usually respond with very brief answers to show them that I'm not interested in having a conversation right now. But they continue asking questions, trying to get me to open up. However, in my reality, I just want to be left alone. And because this stranger does not share that reality or recognize mine, I get irritated. Listen, Judy, can I call you Judy? You seem like a Judy. Please stop talking to me, please. I'm begging you.
As an introvert, I absolutely hate my birthday. I really hate it when people invite me to celebrate my birthday. Hey, this isn't about you. It's about me. I want to stay home and not see people. Thanks.
I have been waiting for a chance to talk about this. So I have been introverted my entire life, and I've always been described as being very shy and very quiet. Like, I swear to God, people feel the need to make it a talking point whenever they meet me. And it honestly annoys me and affects me more than I like to admit. When I was a kid and adults would point out my shyness, they would usually see it as a good thing, because they saw it as me being polite and sweet. But when I began hanging out with people that were my age, and they would point out my shyness and my quietness, they would point it out like it was a bad thing. They would see it as me being closed off or being a bitch. And am I kind of a bitch? Yes. But honestly, I just have a small social battery. And it dies very quickly, so what makes you think I'm gonna use it talking to you? And I'm actually very loud and outgoing around the right people. So if you see it as me being closed off or being a bitch, it's probably because I'm not comfortable around you.
Inviting me out somewhere and not telling me who all gonna be there. Piggybacking off of that. Not telling me that there's going to be more people there than I had originally anticipated. Because now I look like I'm the bad guy when I have an attitude in the corner. Because you put me in a situation that I wasn't even mentally prepared for.
So there's a lot of advice out there that I've gotten my whole life, and I see on TikTok a lot too, basically telling people that they have to speak up. Whether it's in a classroom situation, you have to speak up so your teacher will remember you, so they'll be able to write a good letter of recommendation for you. Or in a workplace, you have to speak up in meetings so that your boss will know what you're doing and will promote you or give you a raise when the time comes. And what I hate about this is that it takes the responsibility away from the teacher or the boss to notice the different personality types in their class or on their team, and to notice how they contribute maybe outside of speaking up in a meeting. A lot of times people who are quiet in group settings may be really quietly competent, really dedicated to their job. They may be go-to people for other classmates or team members to come to because they're trustworthy. It's the leader's responsibility to recognize these contributions to the team and reward them.
Why do you look so mean? Are you mad? Are you upset? Just random questions trying to figure out what my mood is. I'm chilling, I'm fine. Leave me be. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only introvert that goes to that. Or I'm at a party and I'm just relaxing and 20 people come out. Are you okay? I'm fine. I'm chill. I'm in my element. I'm good.
So I don't feel like getting on camera, so I'll try to be quick. One is give my number out without asking. Another is inviting me somewhere without giving me notice. It gives me anxiety. Keep telling me I need to go out and enjoy life like it's not a pandemic. Telling me I don't have self-love because I like to be alone. Minding my business? Thinking I'm minding your business? Did I already say inviting me somewhere? I don't like being invited sometimes. Assuming we have beef because I don't want to answer the phone. Calling me selfish and rude because I don't want to answer the phone. Pretending I'm a bad person because I don't like answering the phone. Or coming outside. I don't like going outside. Gosh.
Oh my god, what makes me see red is when people ask me, how come you're talking so quietly? Or how come you're not talking a lot? Like, bitch! I'm sorry I don't have an outgoing personality, okay? I'm freaking shy, anxious, awkward, and I'm very uncomfortable with people I barely know, okay? Just give me a chance to get to know you, and I'll be the loudest person you will ever meet in your entire life, okay?
Okay, I wouldn't say I get irrationally angry, but I get very stressed out when people randomly FaceTime me without any warning. I don't know why I get so uncomfortable and I really can't even have a good conversation because it just throws me off for some reason. Also, I just don't like when people change plans last minute. For example, if I know that I'm hanging out with a group of people, I really have to mentally prepare myself for that, like days in advance, maybe weeks. So last minute cancellations are just more of an annoyance because people who aren't introverts don't understand the amount of effort that goes into preparing for those kinds of events.
I don't know if this has to do with being an introvert, but when people ask me what I like to do for fun, first of all, mind your own business. Second, like, what am I just supposed to be like? I like laying in bed. Sometimes I go thrifting. But also, why is it that the dentist is always the one asking me this? Like, just like I can't talk to you. You have your fingers in my mouth. That last part sounded kind of sexual. Sorry.
Icebreakers. I don't want to walk around the room and try to find somebody else. I don't know who's has a tattoo so that I can have them like put their initials on my bingo card. Like honestly, is there anything worse than that? I don't think so.